What's good, everybody? Hope you guys doing good. So we are back today for another video. Hopefully you guys are well rested. Hopefully you've had a good day so far, and hopefully that can make your day a little bit better. So in case you guys are not aware, this is my Twitter page. I'm very active on Twitter, guys. So if you got questions, you got comments, you got concerns, you got video requests, this is where you gotta do it. Make sure you follow. We're growing pretty quick here at 425 followers so far. But yeah, this is the best way to send a message. I can respond pretty quickly, and this is the best way to do it. All right, that being out of the way, let's continue. All right, guys. Now today's video is about a stock. Yes, it's called Snowflake. I'm sure you guys have heard of it, and if you haven't heard of it, even better. I'm gonna give you guys some of my thoughts on Snowflake. So this stock recently had an IPO yesterday, which stands for Initial Public Offering, which means the stock is basically trading publicly, so you can buy and sell it. Now, what is Snowflake? Snowflake is a cloud-based data warehousing startup that was founded in 2012. It has raised more than $1.4 billion in venture capital and is based in San Mateo, California. It was publicly launched by Bob Muglia in 2014 after 2 years in stealth mode. So this thing had a lot of hype yesterday. People were going crazy about it. And as you guys can see, it was at $250, which is pretty insane, right? It was the most expensive IPO for a tech startup ever at the moment. Now, if you had invested $250, let's say $254, keep the math simple. Well, guess what? Today it went down almost 10%, which is pretty crazy. And that's kind of what you're going to tend to see with these IPOs in the beginning, is they're going to be kind of all over the place. There's kind of high volatility. Uber, Lyft, same idea. Now, let's break this down for you guys. And before I even begin, this is not investing advice. Do your own research, do your own homework. This is for fun and entertainment purposes only. I'm just doing this for your guys' fun and giving you a breakdown so you can make your own decisions on what fits your strategy. Now, as you guys can see here, the market cap is about $63 billion, which is pretty good. That's a high market cap, right? $63 billion. Now, what is Snowflake? Like I had said, it's a cloud-based data warehousing startup. Now, why do I not invest in Snowflake? Well, just right off the bat, they don't have a dividend yield. And I don't think, you know what, that would be a good trivia. Has a company ever IPO'd and paid a dividend? I don't think there ever has been. Now, what is my hesitation besides the dividend yield and all that good stuff? So, before I get into a company, I gotta think about, okay, do I understand the company? First thing, I've never heard of Snowflake, right? I've never heard of it until recently. And the next thing is, what other companies are in the cloud-based data warehousing arena? What else is this company competing with? And I did the research so you don't have to. A quick Google search from Blinger, 10 best cloud stocks to buy for rapid growth. Now, like I said, I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. I know you guys are busy, so I'm gonna go through this pretty quickly. Number one, you got CrowdStrike Holdings, market value of $22 billion. You got Datadog at $26 billion. You got DocuSign, continue on, $36 billion. Fastly, $8 billion. Microsoft, which $1.5 trillion. Microsoft, that would be the moat, guys. If you were to get into this space, that's what I would probably look into. Quick disclaimer, I don't own Microsoft. That was not investing advice. Microsoft's dividend yield is kind of low, but it's going to grow over time. But I'm not a patient, guys. I'm not patient, okay? So this is why I don't invest in Microsoft at the moment. I could in the future, but let's continue. What else we got? We got the Trade Desk at $19.9 billion. We got Twilio at $35 billion. We got Zoom Video Communications, $71 billion. Guys, Zoom has really taken off, as you guys know. If you have a business or you work for a business, or if your kid's going to school, Zoom has been all over the place, and it's come out as a winner, one of them at least, in this market. Zscaler, $16 billion. Global X Cloud Computing ETF, $993 million. Alright, so those are the main ones that come up. Just a quick search. Like I said, guys, I'm just showing you guys my train of thought. If I was to invest in this company, these are things I look for. And do I think there's companies that are better than Snowflake? There's one for sure. Microsoft is well established. I understand Microsoft. I see it everywhere. Plus, you got the new Xbox coming out, and everybody wants to get that Xbox. I would rather invest in the stock than get the Xbox personally, but hey, to each their own. Now, next thing I would do, go to the website. This is your best friend, guys. Very simple. Like I said, this is not complicated. Don't make this more complicated than it needs to be. Let's continue. Snowflake, the cloud data platform. Mobilize your data. Join the data cloud. Why is Snowflake? I want to click on that. So that catches my attention, right? Why is Snowflake? So here you go. I click on that. I'm going through. Website looks pretty clean. From a single platform, Snowflake enables your most critical data workloads. Data engineering, data lake, data warehouse, data science, data application, data exchange. One platform, one copy of data, many workloads. Why organizations can succeed with Snowflake. Immediate access to the data cloud, a single platform that creates a single cloud, creating a business built on data. This makes sense. If you guys have a business or you work for a business, a lot of data information, you want a lot of people to have access to it. I could see why cloud computing would be useful. But for me personally, guys, I'm old school, okay? I know I'm a millennial and all that, but I'm old school. I keep it simple. All my data I keep on an external hard drive. That's the best way for me. I don't like the idea of uploading my data and all that good stuff. Unless I'm making a YouTube video for you guys, then I'm okay with it. But besides that, I just keep it simple. I put it on external hard drive. That works for me. Managing data, not infrastructure. Do the research. Here we go, guys. Okay, listen. I understand you guys are busy and you're easy distracted by your tic-tacs. However, pay attention here. This is the most important thing from this whole video. If you take away anything, just pay attention here. I don't want that. Analyst reports. Forrester's total economic impact study of Snowflake achieved a 612% return on investment and total benefit of $21 million over 3 years. Okay, guys, so I know I talk fast. Sometimes I mumble. My words are not always clear, so I'm going to tell you this one more time. Pay attention. Snowflake achieved a 612 return on investment and total benefit of 21 plus million over 3 years. Now I would definitely click on that and read to see what that is all about. Let's see if this loads here. Perfect. Here we go. Snowflake's cloud data platform. What else do they got in store for us? One platform with a revolutionary architecture for near unlimited data opportunities. Okay, so I'll read all this stuff. I went over this for you guys before, and it looks like it's just mostly, there you go, watch a live demo. I would watch the demo. I would try it for free. I would do virtual hands-on. I would dedicate a whole day just to break this whole thing down and really get a good feel for how this thing works. And this is that investors page you can click on. Download now. I'm not going to do it, but you guys, if you're interested, you must read the financials, okay? Number one mistake I made, I did not read financials, and I paid the price with some of my stocks that I had picked. Now, Forrester reveals a customer ROI of 612% and total benefit of over 21 million over 3 years for Snowflake's cloud data platform. Read this study and learn how several customers leverage Snowflake to make data quickly available for their data consumers, to garner timely insights and do more with data while ensuring operational efficiencies at a lower cost. All that sounds very good, but in case you guys know, I like to watch Shark Tank every once in a while, and my favorite obviously is Mr. Wonderful. I mean, come on, the dude, he's right to the point. He doesn't mess around. That's what I like. Now here's the numbers. This is what we want to know. 3-year return on investment of 612%, 50% reduction in time to roll out the business product, 75% of time saved by using Snowflake to load data, 75% reduction in effort for the IT support team, total benefit of over 21 million over 3 years. This is a Forrester Consulting Total Economic Impact Study commissioned by Snowflake August 2020. But yeah, you can just click on it and that will give you more information. But like I said, this hopefully gave you guys a quick rundown of how their website is and things to look for if you're serious about investing here. Like I said, it does not fit my strategy, but I know some of you guys have different strategies. This could be something to further explore when you're making your own decisions. Now here's why Snowflake had all the hype. Warren Buffett, everyone's favorite investor, one of the all-time greats. His Berkshire Hathaway made $800 million on Snowflake's first day of trading as the stock spiked. So once this came out, everybody was just going crazy. It happened, I think, a day or a couple days ago when he announced, or his, I guess you should say, Berkshire Hathaway announced they were going to invest in Snowflake, and it just exploded. And as I told you guys, it surged by more than 800 million on Wednesday as the cloud data unicorn shares more than doubled in their first day of trading. Berkshire held roughly 730 million worth of shares heading into Snowflake's IPO. After the stock closed a whopping 111% higher, that stake was worth about 1.55 billion. Snowflake's debut garnered outsized investor demand as the largest software IPO ever and the biggest offering of the year. The single-day gain is fairly unique to Buffett, as a legendary investor typically strays from investing in newly public firms. That's why this is such a big shocker, guys. This does not fit what Warren Buffett normally invests in. However, what I read earlier from another article was that someone within his organization, they were the ones who kind of pushed to make this investment. It wasn't really Buffett just saying, hey, I want to go buy Snowflake, this IPO that he does not invest in. It does not fit his strategy. However, it ended up working in the short term. Berkshire's participation in Snowflake IPO is anomalous. Buffett usually refrains from betting on big IPOs and had it invested in a newly public U.S. firm since Ford's debut in 1956. The investing billionaire previously decried the hype surrounding modern IPOs, saying get-rich-quick hopes can distract investors from practicing tried and true investing principles. So there you have it, guys. That's probably what ended up happening. And before we continue as well, the markets were in the green, pretty solid at this point. They were just kind of holding steady, nothing too crazy in terms of gains. Buffett-backed cloud unicorn Snowflake nets $3.4 billion in record-breaking software IPO. So of course, once this thing happened, a lot of people have been making a lot of money, but a lot of people lost quite a bit as well as the price steadily dropped. According to Renaissance Capital, Snowflake is the largest software IPO on record and the largest since Uber's $8.1 billion IPO in May. Snowflake has emerged as one of the strongest players in cloud data warehousing this year, as the bug forced millions of people to work remotely, fueling a trend among businesses of setting up networks on web-based platforms. The company was reportedly aiming for a valuation of $20 billion. In total, they have raised $1.4 billion from investors, including Sequoia and Iconic Capital. Snowflake said it had about 3,000 customers, including 56 clients that contribute about $1 million in a 12-month span. So this is all very good information, guys. Like I said, I would go through every little bit of thing I could find. This is from Market Insider, Business Insider, just to better understand. Like I said, I'm in the mindset of, okay, let's say I want to buy this stock. What do I need to know? And like I said, cloud computing, I don't really understand it too well. I get the big players, but I don't understand the moat that this one has instead of the other ones, which is why I would not get invested into it. Alright, a great business model and incredible growth. I would read through all this, see what makes it that way. Valuation matters. Shopify, Zoom, and Peloton Interactive. So that's the big thing for me, is there's so many companies that have these video conferencing platforms. You got Facebook, you got Google, you got Zoom, you got all this stuff. I don't understand how this one specific company sticks out from the rest of them, but like I said, that's just me. I'm not the expert in this area, but that's kind of what I'm thinking about if I was looking at this thing. Let's continue on here. Warren Buffett just made $800 million in one day. What have you done lately? Now, the problem is a lot of people see this, right? And they think, oh, I want to get rich real quick, so I'm just going to invest because Warren Buffett did it. I'm going to do it too. However, as we have seen time and time again, Warren Buffett can't afford to make these type of bets because he's got billions and billions of dollars. You, my friend, do not have billions and billions of dollars. However, you can keep trying. It's a good goal to have. Let's continue. And look at that picture, guys. That's a nice picture of Mr. Warren Buffett. Buffett's flagship holding company, Berkshire Hathaway, owned roughly $730 million worth of Snowflake. Okay, according to CNBC, this grew Berkshire's stake in the California data warehousing startup to a grundle-tickling $1.5 billion. Overall, Snowflake sold 28 million shares to raise $3.36 billion. That's a lot of money, guys, to raise very, very quickly. What else we got here? Reuters reported Snowflake hired both execs to help the company to build a successful IPO. Okay, good. So I would look into it and say, okay, who were the execs that Snowflake hired? What are their backgrounds? What are their expertise? Do I trust those people who are running this thing? Very, very important. Management can make or break a company. Let's continue on here. This is from the Financial Review. Buffett made $1.1 billion on Snowflake's first day of trading. So we can confirm that this seems like it's pretty credible. Multiple websites have been confirming it, and it's not too much out of the ordinary to say, okay, this might be made up. It seems like it's legit. And what else we got here? Buffett usually refrains from IPOs. So this website looks like a copycat of the one I just read before. Let's go on to the next thing. Market Watch IPO like it's 1999. Markets hitting .com bubble levels as Snowflake and other cloud software stocks keep popping. That's right. They just keep popping, guys. They're just going off, and they're saying there's a lot of similarities. Unfortunately, I was a little kid at that point, so I was not in the market during the .com bubble. However, from what I've been reading and videos I've been watching explaining it, it's understandable why they are trying to compare the two and seeing the similarities that exist. First day return for market debuts are at their highest since the bubble, Professor says, and that doesn't include Snowflake and the rest of this week's big software debuts. So yeah, it makes sense though. Right now, tech is hot. If you're Snowflake, you might as well just go for it now, and looks like it worked out pretty well for the most part. Mobilizing the world's data. Shares of Snowflake fell 10.39% Thursday after the company's blockbuster market debut. Its market cap is about $63 billion. The cloud company had closed Wednesday up more than 111%, reaching a $70.4 billion valuation at the end of trading. All right, let's continue on. What else we got? However, the company faces a risk in its relationship with Amazon. Okay, here we go, guys. This is important. So it relies on Amazon Web Services to run a large part of its infrastructure and committed to spending $1.2 billion on technology to do so. Snowflake is growing alongside the major public cloud vendors by providing technology that allow clients, including McKesson and DoorDash, to quickly analyze and share vast amounts of data. Okay, see now, guys, I told you, you gotta keep digging. Once you keep digging, you're gonna find something. So if they're connected to helping DoorDash, DoorDash is major, DoorDash can go public. Things kind of make sense as to why Snowflake might be something worth looking into because of all this good information. They have a relationship with Amazon. Amazon is obviously a giant in the tech industry. Now things kind of make more sense. You see what I'm saying? You can't just go off of one or two headlines and then make your decision, or just go watch a video and then say, okay, this guy or that person is investing. No, you gotta do your own research, keep digging, and you'll find something. This is from Forbes. Snowflake CEO Frank Slootman talks IPO pop, narrative of lost billions is nonsense talk. All right, let's continue. See what else we got. This is the CEO says the company's IPO means to an end, not an exit ramp. Yeah, because that makes sense too. I mean, some people, I'm sure, they build up the company and then they make crazy gains and then they bounce. What was that one company? There was one company. Let me know in the comments below, guys. What was that one company that had office space or something and the CEO is kind of scamming people like that? I forgot the name. It was a big one too. Man, the problems of getting old, you forget things. But I'm not saying this guy's doing that, but it seems like he's got his head in the right place with what he's saying. Now, is it public perception that he's trying to just make a good public perception? Is there something more? We gotta investigate, see the dude's background, and see where he is headed and what the vision is of the company. Okay. Oh, they left $100 billion on the table. It's just nonsense talk. So yeah, the headlines can always be misleading. By this measure, Snowflake's IPO wasn't such a success after all. A success. Okay. So, like I said, guys, and also you want to get multiple sides to the argument, right? Obviously, this is more negative. I had some that were positive. Get as much information as humanly possible because you work hard for your money, right? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you got a boss you don't like. I'm sure you got coworkers that drive you nuts. So you got to really, really consider it. Forget Snowflake. Cloudera is a better big data stock. Cloudera has recently raised a big cloud data analytics solution that competes with Snowflake. So there you go. So what is Cloudera? Have you heard of them? I haven't. So I would look into Cloudera. Okay, see how are they competing? Do they have a better moat than Snowflake? If so, that's something to think about when deciding to invest in them, and why the stock jumped, their history, all that good stuff. I'm not going to go over here because it's going to be way too long of a video. Snowflake IPO surge makes it the priciest tech stock by a mile. Snowflake is twice as expensive as Zoom, the closest stock, by one important metric after becoming the largest company ever to double its share price in a market debut. So there you go, guys. A lot of good headlines. Like I said, Zoom, competitor, and then you got Cloudera, better big tech data according to one person. Who was this? Herb Blandon from the Motley Fool. Okay. And then the last thing here, we'll keep this for another time. I'm going to save the stimulus talk because, like I said, there's not a whole lot of new things with the stimulus talk. That's why I didn't really make a video about that today. But yeah, hopefully this video helped you guys better understand a stock IPO, what I look for when investing in a new position, and how you have to spend hours and hours and hours and hours of research, check out all the competitors, and really look into it and be able to explain to someone, hey, this is why I got this stock, and basically pretend like you're the owner. If I was gonna get into Snowflake, I don't know much about them. I know they're in data and cloud computing, but what does that mean, right? I don't know their numbers. I don't know the vision for the future, and they don't pay a dividend. For all those reasons, I'm out. All right, so hopefully you guys are on the right track. You can do your own research. Obviously, the investors relations report, you have to look into this stuff, guys. The numbers are the most important thing. If you don't know the numbers, you're not going to be doing too well. Okay? Anyways, that's Snowflake. Hopefully that helps you guys out. Thank you for watching. If you stayed until the very end, don't forget to subscribe. And if you liked the video, don't forget to give it a like. Until next time, peace.